In this episode, we're going to talk about America's current political parties and the role they play in our society and our governments. So, the first political party we're going to discuss is the Democratic Party. It is the oldest still functioning political party in our nation. It was established in 1828, back in Andrew Jackson's political lifespan. And at its core, the Democrats believe that the government's job is to play an active role in their lives and to help people in need. So the Democrats are very much in favor of a plethora of different social programs, whether it be welfare, social security, education. But they feel that it's the job of the government to provide and help the people. On the flip side, we have the Republicans, and they were established back in 1854, right before the Civil War begins. At their core, they believe that the federal government should play a smaller role in the lives of people, and that because of that, they want to lower taxes and limit government spending. Up next, we have the Communist Party, and it started in 1919. Now, the Communist Party, their main focus is the economy, and they believe that government should control all production and distribution of goods, and that the working people should control their own lives and destinies, not the capitalists who own the business that they work for. Up next, we have the Libertarians, who started in 1971. This political party believes in individual freedom, that the government should not involve itself in your life, that the only purpose of the government is to protect your individual freedoms. So they don't want government control of the environment, of jobs, of social programs. They want all of that to leave, and that the sole purpose of the government is to protect your freedom. That's it, nothing else. And then lastly, we have the Socialists. They started back in 1901. And again, this is about the economy. They believe that people should own and control industry through democratically controlled public agencies or some kind of collective group. So what they would want to see is all these different industries, instead of you having a rich billionaire as the CEO, you would actually have the employees of that big company making the decisions. So let's look at how these political parties impact our society. Now, the whole point of political parties basically is to act as a go-between. They're going to combine individual political views and communicate them with our government, a go-between between the people and the government. In combining these views, the public voice is going to be heard more easily, more readily by public officials. So instead of just one person complaining about a program, if you have a whole political party and thousands, millions of people complaining, then the government is more apt to listen. Political parties also act as a filter through what the public learns and sees about the government. So political parties can sometimes have a positive or a negative effect. If you are for the Republicans and against the Democrats, or for the Democrats and against the Republicans, you might see that that trickles down to individuals and the office that they hold. In addition, political parties also act as a guide for voters. A lot of times people won't take the time to research an individual, but they will take the time to research the party platform for the whole group of people who are running as a Democrat, or the whole group of people who are running as a Republican. So let's talk about how political parties impact politics. Political parties, really, their purpose is to organize how our government works and how politics works. So the political parties are actually much more active at the local and state level because there are a lot more jobs available, a lot more positions, elected positions at the local and state level. So there are more seats here in Florida than there are in all of Congress type deal. Because think of all the different counties. Each county has a legislature. Each city in each county has a different city planning board. So there are literally thousands and thousands of different political positions. Now, another purpose of these party organizations are to raise money and help those candidates get into office in the first place. So that's the big part of a political party, is helping candidates win those offices by raising and spending money. They also work to recruit people to be in those offices, and to recruit people who are going to be part of that administration and part of the process of getting out there and spreading the word so people will vote for them. Okay, so lastly, how do political parties impact our government? Most elected officials are linked to a party. Um, for the most part, we have a two-party system. You're either a Democrat or a Republican. With our system, we do have third parties. The Libertarians, the Socialists, the Green Party. Those are all third parties, very minor compared to the Democrats or the Republicans. So most people who are elected into a system are either a Democrat or a Republican, the vast majority of them across the country. So members of Congress, whether it's the Florida legislature or at the national level, often share a party label, and they basically stick together. They're going to work together with the people in their party to get key public policy pushed through. It's a team sport. Politics is a team sport, and you really can't go it alone, or you're not going to get anything much accomplished. The parties with the most members in either the Congress or in the state legislature is called the majority party, and they usually have more power. We've talked about this before. When we talked about Congress, the party with the least amount of members, of course, is called the minority, and they have less power. Okay, that's it for this time.